Alright guys, welcome to RC Mojo. Just a quickie for today. I was planning on having the first run video today, but it's either been raining, or since the clocks have gone back to GMT, dark. Yay for winter. Right, so instead of the first run, we're going to fit a little bit of aftermarket tat. Normally I only start doing the hop-ups after a couple of runs just to see what the model's like fresh from the box. But in this case it isn't going to make any difference to the way the truck runs. So I think it's an acceptable compromise so we don't miss a video. Right then, one of those little niggles with the Jimny is the way the body wobbles around. The front isn't too bad as the posts are quite short. The rear, however, is almost comically bad. If you watch videos of the truck running, it really does look pretty awful. It's a common problem on quite a few of the Tamiya models. They do like using very long skinny body posts. It's good for avoiding damage, the posts just bend and absorb the impact, but having the body wobble around does look a bit naff. Here's what we have to try and tighten it up from 3 Racing Body Post Binder for M05. So it's not really meant for the MF-01, but I hear the body post spacing is the same, so it should fit. It's worth a go, I reckon. In the packet you get 2 gusset bits. I think they're made of thin fiberglass. It should do the job. There's a big cross one for the rear and a straight one for the front. There's a bag of aluminium bits, or aluminum if you prefer. Each one has its own grub screw. There's a little instruction sheet. It's clear enough on what they want you to do. There's not that many bits, so it's pretty hard to get wrong really. The grub screws need an Allen key, of course. You need to loosen them up so the grub is clear of the slot so we can get the fiberglass bit in. They can be a bit of a tight fit. The edges of the fiberglass are a little bit rough, making them tight. As long as you get them lined up fairly close, the grub screw will pull them in the rest of the way. Make a note of which holes the body clips are in and remove them. Slide the new assembly over the posts. If they don't want to go, just make sure the grub screw isn't getting in the way. Slide them on so the top of the aluminium lines up with the hole the body clip came from. Next, not surprisingly, you do up the grub screws. Remember, the grubs will be digging into the plastic post. You really don't need to do them up all that tight. Feel for the grub meeting the post and then do another half turn or so. Well, it was a perfect fit, so the MF-01 posts are indeed the same distance apart as the M05. Great stuff. That means the rear ones should go together just as easily. The rear ones are slightly different. There's 2 types of the aluminium bits. The smaller ones go at the bottom and the big ones go at the top for the body to sit on. Otherwise the construction is just the same. It makes for a fancy looking assembly. It does add to the temptation to add lots of shiny things to the next RC Mart order though. So just like the front, the body clips come off and the assembly slides on and the grubs get done up. Simple. It does add quite a bit of sideways rigidity. It'll never be perfect. It might be better with it low down and the stock body clips on top to support the body. We'll need to experiment a bit with that. Anyway, I'm going to put the foam bits back on. As nice as the blue aluminium is, it will still rub on the paint. So, body on, and then the clips. Okay, here we go, the moment of truth. The front feels better than before, slightly stiffer. And the rear, well, it still moves around a bit, but it's so much better. I think when crawling it's going to be just fine. Lovely. I reckon if you're ordering a Jimny from RC Mart or anyone who stocks 3 Racing, I'd add one of the body post binder for M05 kits. It doesn't cost much and it makes the truck feel that bit nicer. And as I said at the beginning, this was only going to be a quickie, so thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll have a run next week, maybe. If you like the video, do please leave a thumbs up, as it's always much appreciated. And of course, if you're not already, why not subscribe? It's free after all. Bye guys.